What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JD back with another NBA 2K25 build for you. And you guys have been asking me for a Ben Wallace type of a build. Now, this is not a build that I personally have, but it is a build that I thought I would make for you guys. This build here is going to very much remind me of the old pie chart days, back when we had like the blue and red pie chart, when we were maxing out our finishing and our defensive abilities. Not going to be much for any shooting on this build, but it is going to be able to play make a little bit. So it's going to be like a Laker fan type of a build. If you're looking for something like that, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's head over to the builder. I'm going to show you how to put together this Ben Wallace build in NBA 2K25. Let's go. Alright, so here we are in the builder. We're going to go ahead and put together my version of a Ben Wallace build here in NBA 2K25. We're going to go center position. We're going 6'9", 249, and we're going to max out the wingspan at 7'5". Since we're not going to have shooting on this build, we're going to want to max out that wingspan for defensive purposes. Also going to help your dunking and all that stuff as well. So let's go ahead and get into the build here. We're going to start first here down with the physicals. Being 6'9" and an undersized center, the one thing we're going to want to have is a little bit of extra speed to maneuver around some of those bigger defenders. So we're going to go ahead and max out our speed and our agility with an 80 speed, a 75 agility, and then for our strength, we're going to push this thing up to a 91. We want to be able to get that gold brick wall, be able to set some solid screens. That's a tier 2 badge. If you wanted to, bump that up to Hall of Fame, you certainly could. But I think having a high strength on a Ben Wallace build is a must, and 91 strength seems to be a nice little sweet spot for that. For the vertical, we're going to push this bad boy all the way up to an 85. Again, same thing. Ben Wallace was a very good leaper, obviously blocking shots, grabbing rebounds, and all of that good stuff. And we want to put that 85 block up there to get our high flying denier maxed out as much as possible as well. So as you can see, the physicals are going to be very good on this build. Now, let's go ahead. We're going to get right into it. We're going to start on the defensive side of things because I'm sure that's what you're here for if you're looking for a Ben Wallace build. And then we'll get into a few of the little tweaks and twists that I put on it to kind of make it my own and make it just a little more user-friendly here for an NBA 2K25 build. For the interior defense, we're going to want to move this thing up to an 89 interior defense. You can see it gets you post lockdown on gold, and then when we go ahead and move down here to our block and we put that up to a 94, we are going to add 5 cap breakers to this thing to give us a 99 block. Here's what it'll look like once you put your cap breakers on there. We're going to have Legend Paint Patroller, Hall of Fame Pogo Stick, and Legend High Flying Denier. I think those are perfect badges for a Ben Wallace type of a build. That Legend Paint Patroller definitely being a must in there. The Legend High Flying Denier with that 85 vertical. As you can see, that was one of the thresholds you have to hit in order to get that level of badge. So again, starting it at 94, and then we're using 5 of our 9 cap breakers that we have here at this point of the game to get a 99 block on this build to have those particular badges. Now, I didn't forget about the rest of the defense either. Obviously, we want to have a little perimeter defense, little seal and stuff on here. So we're going to go ahead and put a 74 perimeter defense. Again, having the long arms, the high block on this build. You can see you're going to get the bronze challenger, the silver immovable enforcer. You're going to get bronze on-ball menace and pick dodger. Obviously, being a center, being able to jump out and help play on the perimeter a little bit is a must. If you're going to use a build like this in the park and you just want to be a fast, undersized center that's going to be setting screens and doing a lot of cutting to the hoop, rebounding, all of that type of stuff, be a little bit more of that defensive anchor type of a player, I think you want to have a little bit of perimeter defense on there. It's going to help with switching and doing all of that type of stuff. And then for the steal, we're going to go ahead and take this up to a 79. That will get us silver glove and silver interceptor. It's going to help you play lanes. It's going to help you get some of them on-ball steals. Again, I feel like it's just one of those advantages of being an undersized center, being able to be quick, being able to jump into the lanes, get the ball moving up the court and everything is a must for a Ben Wallace type of a build. Now, moving down here to the rebounding. For the defensive rebound, we're going to go for an 80 on our defensive rebound. And then we're going to go ahead and push the offensive rebound up to a 92, which you would think, hey, that's pretty solid for a build like this. But we're going to go ahead and throw 4 more cap breakers on our offensive rebound to push this thing up to a 96. I'll show you what that'll look like here. 96 when you put the cap breakers on there, will not push your defensive rebound up. You'll be able to leave that at an 80. But with that 96 offensive rebound, we'll get you Hall of Fame Box Out Beast, Pogo Stick, and Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser. If you want to go ahead and use a max +1 here, you could put on Legend Rebound Chaser to go ahead with your Legend Paint Patroller, you know, all of that good stuff. So 92 on the offensive rebound with 4 cap breakers, pushing that up to a 96, giving us those Hall of Fame rebounding badges. The defense on this build is no joke, being 6'9", very athletic and whatnot. Now let's move up here to the finishing next. Again, like I said, I kind of likened this to a blue-red pie chart. If you guys remember the 6'9" blue-red pie chart from NBA 2K20, you know, it could set screens, it could slash to the hoop, had Hall of Fame finishing, Hall of Fame defense. You've seen the Hall of Fame / Legend defense. Now, the part that I'm going to get at on the offensive side, we're just going to start here, 77 close shot. It gets pulled up here because of where we're going to move some of the other stuff. You know, it's just going to get you Paint Prodigy on bronze. It's going to get you the float game on bronze. Nothing too crazy there. The driving layup, we're going to move that up to a 70. That will get us physical finisher on bronze as well. You know, help you finish those layups when you're cutting to the hoop. But what's going to make this build, I think, a little bit more fun and what you need on a build like this. If you're not going to have the shooting on there, you definitely need to have some contact dunks. So we're going to go ahead and throw 89 driving dunk on this build, which will get you all of the contact dunks, the pro contact dunks off of 1 and off of 2. We'll get you access to a lot of very nice dunk animations and everything, which I'll show you here when we are done with this build. I'll show you the dribble animations we're going to use and the dunk animations and everything. So 89 driving dunk with silver posterizer and Hall of Fame aerial wizard for this build. And now for the standing dunk, I'm going to give you 2 options here. Here's the one I'm going to go with for this particular build. I'm going to go 72 on the standing dunk. Now, if you wanted to push your ball handle down to like a 55, which I know is kind of low, but if you wanted to do that, you could definitely push your standing dunk up to an 81 if you wanted to go that route. Again, this build isn't going to have the big man contact dunks or anything, being 6'9". So I think 72 is actually a pretty solid standing dunk. You guys have seen some of the other builds that I've done with the 72 standing dunk on it, and they've been, you know, really well. You're gonna get the bronze rise up. You could obviously push that up. It is a tier 2 badge, so if you wanted to move that offensive rebound up to the legend rebounding and then use your silver rise up here, you could do that as an option as well. And then for the post control, we're gonna leave that right here to 56. So we're gonna have some standing dunk on this. We're obviously gonna have some driving dunks, some contact dunks. Again, gonna make this build a little bit more fun. Moving down into the shooting, like I said, for the shooting, we're not gonna have shooting on this build. A Ben Wallace build, he's got a little bit of a mid-range game, but really that's about it. He doesn't step out and he didn't, I say does. Never really stepped out and shot the 3-pointer. Had a decent little mid-range game, but for this particular build, we're going for more of that screen and roller, that two-way slasher type of a build. For the free throw, kind of the same here. Wallace was never a great free throw shooter. We're just going to push this up to a 58, which if you are going to play like in the rec, 58 is enough to knock down shots pretty consistently. I've said this in my last few videos. The free throws are so broken that if you know your free throw timing and everything on here, 58 will get the job done. Now, last but not least, we're going to move down onto the playmaking. For the pass accuracy on this build, we're going to take this thing up to a 78, which will get us silver break starter, will get us silver dimer, and then bronze versatile visionary. Now you're gonna think that silver break starter might be a little small, a little shy for a center and stuff like that, but you guys seen like my Victor Wembanyama build that I have, my Zion build, they have 75 pass accuracy, and we're able to get the ball up the floor with that silver break starter. And with the way that the outlet passes and stuff on here, whether we have gold or whether we have legend, sometimes you're gonna get those fumble animations regardless. So for this build here, we're going 78 on the pass accuracy. Now for the ball handle, I did mention if you wanted to go here to 55 and push that standing dunk up to 81, you could. 55 ball handle will get you like the normal dribble packages, a couple of the, I think like Joel Embiid or something like that packages. But for this build, like I said, we want to be able to do a little something on it, given the lack of shooting. So we're going to put this ball handle up to a 70. That'll get you access to some of the pro animations and some of the other dribble animations as well. And then for the speed with ball, we're going to push this thing up and max out the build at a 60, giving us access to the Zion Williamson dribble style. One of the better dribble styles in the game. I think that with the combination of the 70 ball handle will actually work out pretty nice. You can see you get strong handle on silver, we get unpluckable on bronze. We don't get lightning launch on this build. So again, if one of those things, if you wanted to sacrifice, if you're not so worried about getting the pro dribble animations, you could certainly sacrifice this and move it down, you know, like I said, down to that 55 if you wanted to, 60, 65. Move it to wherever you want. If you want to move any of these other attributes around and push that speed with ball up to that 68 threshold to get your lightning launch, you certainly could. Again, I'm making this more of a Ben Wallace type of a build. Not known for like doing any crazy dribble moves and stuff like that. We're doing simple moves and we're getting ourselves to the cup, trying to get the contact dunks, finish around the rim, and do all that stuff here. So this is going to be the final build here. Obviously, as you can see, we've got the contact dunks. We've got pretty solid standing dunk on this. The playmaking is pretty solid, and then the defense and the athleticism, that's really where a build like this is going to shine. Again, with those 5 cap breakers going into our block, giving us the 99 block and Hall of Fame, or Legend Paint Patroller and High Flying Denier. The offensive rebound, the +4 cap breakers, giving us that Hall of Fame rebound chaser, and then using a max +1 to push that up to Legend. And then just being really good on the physicals as well. You can see all of the other badges and stuff like that we get. Now let's go ahead and finish out the build. You can see we get shades of Ben Wallace on this build as well, and then the defensive name is a perfect name for a Ben Wallace type of a build. You get a defensive anchor. I mean, unless you were going to say a rebounding defensive anchor or something like that, I think that's a perfect name for a Ben Wallace build. Now if we were going to go in and I was going to show you guys, here's like some of the different animations and stuff that you could get as far as the playmaking moves go. The pass style, you know, there's some various different pass styles. Actually, you know, kind of like the De'Aaron Fox one, if I was going to go that route. But the dribble style, like I mentioned, having that 60 speed with ball, you do get access to the Zion Williamson dribble style. And then, like I mentioned as well, having the 70 ball handle does get you access to the pro dribble moves, along with all of these other player moves that you see on here as well. So you're going to be able to do a little bit with the ball in your hands, you know, not obviously anything too crazy. And then when it comes to the dunking, having that 89 driving dunk and then the 72 standing dunk, you can see, you know, all of the different dunk animations that you get access to. You get the contact dunks off of 2, the pro contact dunks off of 1, you know, the athletic hangs off of 1, maybe you have the quick drops on here, the athletic one-handers off of 1, another very good dribble animation. The rim pulls, you could do the pro and elite under basket rim pull animations with that 72 standing dunk. If you put the 81 standing dunk on there, like I had mentioned, you could actually push this up and get the athletic 2-hand under basket animations if that's something you were looking for. And then lastly, the different player animations again with that standing dunk. If you want the Giannis animations, you do need a 75 standing dunk. So whether you want to tweak a few attributes to get, you could move your steal down to like 73 or even down to 60 if you wanted to gain some of those extra attribute points, whether it be for your speed with ball, or if you want to move your standing dunk up to a 75, get access to the Giannis dunk styles. Otherwise, you see some of the other ones I have starred here. A lot of very nice athletic dunk packages: Anthony Edwards, Vince Carter, Devin Booker, LeBron, Zion, Latrell Sprewell, Ja Morant, you know, Ben Simmons, all of those other ones I talked about. The Giannis one is obviously a very good dunk style, so if you wanted to tweak a few things to get that 75, definitely do that. But alright, so that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this Ben Wallace build. Like I said, this isn't one that I personally have, or that I probably will make, but I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it, so I thought I would bring it to you here. Like I said, before you get out of here, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. I'll leave a card here if you want to check out the other builds and stuff that we've done here in NBA 2K25. I'll see you in the next video. It's been your boy JD. I'm out. Peace.